bien el programa para apoyarse tanto emocional y como anímicamente y bueno, en varios aspectos del programa que nos ayuda a seguir adelante con esta nueva aventura.
Don't be afraid to take that step. Like, don't be afraid to get help. Because, you might think that you know what you're doing, but it's always okay to have extra support, and don't do it alone.
Give it a try. You got nothing to lose. It's free. I'm grateful that I took advantage because it's something that has put me in touch with my child, or closer to my child and her development.
Are you prepared? We're the Office of Emergency Services, and we're committed to providing the most up-to-date and accurate information so that you and your family can stay safe during an emergency. Part of being prepared is knowing your hazards and taking proper precautions. Visit mendoready.org. On the Know Your Hazards page, you can find hazards for where you work, where you live, and where your kids go to school. On the Plan and Prepare page, you'll find a plan template. It's important to know.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the February 26th, 2025 City Selection Committee meeting. We'll go ahead and start today by conducting the roll call. Mayor Godecki.
Here.
Mayor Dobbins.
Here.
Mayor Stransky.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
And Mayor Crane.
Present.
All right. Moving into agenda item number 1, we have a discussion and possible action regarding the appointment of a representative to the Sonoma Clean Power Authority Board of Directors for calendar year 2025. We did receive one nomination for this seat, and that was Lindy Peters out of Fort Bragg.
I'll move that person.
I would certainly second,
It.
if that's appropriate.
And then we're going to go ahead and call for public comment. There are no members of the public in the board chambers. Are there any members in the City Hall conference room?
There's no one else here.
Perfect. And it appears that there is nobody on Zoom either. So we'll go ahead and conduct a roll call vote to appoint Lindy Peters as the appointee to the Sonoma Clean Power Authority Board of Directors for calendar year 2025. Mayor Dobbins?
Yes.
Mayor Stransky?
Yes.
Mayor Crane?
Aye.
And Mayor Godecki.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously. Moving on to agenda item number 2, we have an alternate an alternate seat for the Sonoma Clean Power Authority Board of Directors for calendar year 2025. We didn't receive any new nominations for this seat. The prior alternate was Jim Kugel out of Point Arena. I spoke with Darren from Sonoma Clean Power. He hadn't heard one way or another if Mr. Kugel was seeking reappointment to that seat, and we did not receive any other nominations.
Actually, I thought that I had emailed in an alternate possibility. I actually wasn't I thought it was an alternate for Fort Bragg, but I did actually check in with another of our council members for being an alternate member. So I thought I had emailed that in, but I don't know if that's appropriate for me to mention now orally or whether you need a separate email.
No, we can take the nomination here. What was the name for that alternate?
Tess Alban Smith.
Is that a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, sure.
I'll make a motion to approve your Tess Alban Smith as the alternate for Sonoma Clean Power.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right, we're going to take that vote by roll call. Mayor Godecki?
Yes.
Mayor Dobbins?
Yes.
Mayor Stransky?
Yes.
And Mayor Crane.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Moving on to item number 3. This is an appointment of an appointee aviation expertise to the Airport Land Use Commission for a term expiring February 1 of 2027. So these seats are overseen by the Clerk of the Board of Supervisors office. We have received no applications for this seat. This is typically one where somebody would apply online, but being as that we had a meeting, we figured we would bring it forward, see if anybody had any nominations that we could potentially appoint. This is an aviation expertise seat, and the former incumbent was Leonard Swithenbank.
I have a comment on that topic. Since the Board of Supervisors changed the Planning Commission from 7 to 5, it's been difficult for the Airport Land Use Commission to have a quorum because it took them down also. The city of Willits years ago in a settlement with the county caused a configuration in the composition of that body that does not seem to have been addressed adequately since the county took the steps of reducing the planning commission from 7 to 5. That needs attention. Airports are at risk because if there is not a quorum, things that should be heard by that body, if they do not meet, are considered to be okay, and they may not be okay, which puts our airports at risk for non-compatible development. So hopefully, City of Willits, County will do something about fixing that problem.
I will go ahead and make a note about that. I know that what you're referring to, ALEC still has those 3 planning commission seats on it, and they can only really fill 2 of them. So I'll go ahead and make a note to that, and I'll bring it up to County Council as well.
Please. Thank you. Do we have anything else before us?
Hearing no nominations, we'll go ahead, and if everybody's okay with that, we'll just move on to the next item.
Please.
Perfect. 4A is going to be public expression. We have nobody here in the chambers, nobody online, and nobody still in the City Hall conference room. So we'll move on to 4B, which is approval of the October 1, 2024 meeting minutes. These were included in the packet that was published.
Question.
Sure.
If one was not in attendance, is it still appropriate to approve?
Yes, it is.
Then I move approval of the minutes.
I'll second.
All right, we'll go ahead and take that vote by roll call. Mayor Godecki,
Yes.
Mayor Dobbins,
Yes.
Mayor Stransky,
Yes.
and Mayor Crane.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. 4C, does anybody have any announcements or other business?
Hearing or seeing none.
Fantastic. And with that, we can go ahead and adjourn at 1:45 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks all.
Very glad to meet you.
You about your little one, do it anyway. You know, you get the help that you need. You get professional advice on things you may not know about your child. The fact that